You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You know how I feel. You know how I feel. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
everybody, and this is me. Rick. That's me. All right. Yeah, I need to. The reason I look so, maybe a bit, I look really blue because when I'm doing this, I sit in front of a giant TV. I don't know. It's still pretty blue. Okay, whatever. Okay, happy Saturday, everybody. Let's see who's here. Louisa, Claire, Kimberly, sweet. Um, Farrell K. I can't remember what the K stood for. Welcome back. Kelly, sweet. Jennifer swinging by. Shelly. Jackie has to sit out. Okay. Okay. All right. So I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong. All right. So Louisa, I took your advice, and you were actually other people have made that comment too. So Louisa made a comment on the Facebook comments about how the green screen helps her find certain classes or know what the class is. And I've gotten that comment before. Another Kelly. Okay, sweet. The more Kellys, the merrier, right? Generally. But that the green screen helps, and so I'm going to bring the green screen back. Plus, it's kind of easier for lighting purposes for me. So that was a good suggestion, and we had natural light, and it's kind of fun. But I think if this is helpful, then this is what I want to do. Also, I'm trying this new sort of comic book type chat interface, whatever. If you hate it, I didn't come up with it. It's nothing personal, and we can change it back to the old one. Some people think it's easier to read. Some people think it's harder. For me, it's easier. I mean, I wish it wasn't goofy like that, but all the other options were like video game shit, and it just looked weird. So I really want to have some fun. I have been hooping every day. I feel like I'm finally getting back to health after COVID. Wow, 5. That's crazy. 5 Kellys. Okay. Yeah, it's funny how life works out that way sometimes. That's one of the reasons I changed my name to people called me Baxter, was because there were so many Jonathans back in the 70s. It's easier to see. Okay. Good. All right. So, yeah. So this is gonna be. I've got a pretty cool playlist. I have to be honest. This is one where SoundCloud basically put this together for me. This is why I really love SoundCloud. I think they have a really good algorithm. Like all the algorithms, sometimes it's better than others, but sometimes they just really know. Like I keep saying that on the podcast, on this class, the reason that we don't play like songs that you've heard before very often is that oftentimes those songs are copywritten to the point that they'll shut the stream down, or they'll just ban the video completely on YouTube. So that would be no replay or muted out. So what I try to do is use music that has less than like 50,000 plays on SoundCloud. Sometimes there's a song on SoundCloud that has 1 million plays on Spotify, but it doesn't have that many on SoundCloud, and I don't realize that. But generally, and their algorithm has figured that out for me, which makes my life a lot easier. So most of the songs that they recommend to me, I don't know if they're new or just haven't been discovered, but most of the times, like, we're at less than like 5,000 plays on these. So this is generally it's pretty new music, or it's music that people haven't heard yet. And that's what we're doing today. And so I'm really stoked that they put this playlist together for me. But with all that being said, I am going to start with a quicker sway. If you have a request, I really want to talk about stalls today. I promised somebody online that I would talk about stalls in the last class, and I totally spaced that. But if you have a request, I definitely think we're going to talk about some off-body stuff. I've been feeling that in my practice. But if you have a request, let me know. The playlist is set up probably more for an off-body class than an on-body, and we're still trying to figure out the vibe here. So, it may be that y'all tell me that we should pump the class up in energy, or you maybe like this mellow, sort of mellower vibe. And we're going to jump on the SoundCloud pretty fast. I just want to do one. All right. Sorry, we got two things going at once. Huh. All right. Okay, thanks, Louisa. Okay. Audible breath in. If you're new to class, sway is just warm-up time. It's not just warm-up time, but it's warm-up time. And I think sometimes it requires a little bit of discipline to get into sway, but kind of like everything else movement-wise, once you're in, it can become very, very comfortable. Audible breath in. Some people stretch, some people sway like I'm swaying, some people are totally still. I like that. Happy Saturday. I am taking the rest of the day off, my friends. Audible breath in. If you haven't tried extended balances in sway, they're really fun. And I think they're going to be very, very helpful for us as we get older. one and only Tai Chi instructor was kind of a grumpy old man. And he would like sort of yell at us, relax your foot, relax your foot, relax your foot. But if you're working on long balances, he's absolutely right, or at least I can reflect that to be true. I know that was kind of a short sway, but I want to hop over to SoundCloud because this next track is kind of sway-like. Oh wow, that's goofy. Okay, water break. Okay, I don't think I missed anybody's comments about a request, so we're just going to go from... Oh, I hate it when this happens. Alright, one sec, I gotta find my hoop. This is awkward. Hold on. Okay, I really don't know where it is. I've been playing with it a lot lately. It could be anywhere. Sorry about that, y'all. All right, so we're gonna have to break out. Yeah. The checklist is long. Okay. All right, so this will be fine. This is the benefit of using the same size hoop your whole hoop career. I guess you can easily, it's like being a tennis player with a lot. Hey, Amber. Yeah, sweet. All right. The cool thing about you can't see me blushing right now. This sort of sucks, but we're gonna move on. I still want to be the man. All right, let's go. Oh, okay. So our first exercise, so I want to do things that are fun. And I thought our first exercise, one of the things that's fun for me is warming up with repetitive, sort of rolly type motions. And actually, before we do that, let's warm up with some contact gooiness. Because I was working on this in my practice, and all I mean with this is samurai just means you can grip it. That's all it means. Most people hoop in samurai most of the time. Contact means that you're feeling for the contact that the hoop is making. That's sort of the primary. Oh, I see. Okay. Headphone people, watch out. Sorry, I was wondering why my SoundCloud was playing so bad, but it is because the slider got turned down. Okay, GUI explained. So let me show you some versions of this. So if I am, so this would be me moving the. So this would be like me moving the hoop in Samurai, like super crisply. Boom, 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 boom. And then if I brought it on the core some, it would look kind of like this. And primarily it's like you're keeping the hoop kind of off your body. You know, so it's like doing its little flippy things. I can jump through it, whatever. Now, if I wanted to take the same thing and make it gooey, I would bring the hoop onto me. And now it's kind of rolling. I don't know, that's not the best angle for that one. But it's a giant smear. In this case, there's all types of ways GUI's interpreted. This is just one of them. So this would be non-GUI version, nice and crisp, real clean. This would be the GUI version. The GUI version is like cool for like opening up like or really organic folding. Let's bring some music on. But what I was doing in my practice with this song was just feeling contact. So this is very GUI, what I'm doing right now. And it's probably not the coolest thing to watch, but it can be really cool to do it. Just realized I may have picked techniques that are only fun for me. If this isn't fun for you, hold on. Hopefully we have some similar definition of fun later in the class. Oh, nice. I like that. One thing that makes everything more fun for me is footwork. And not like footwork like where you're thinking what you're doing even. Just moving your feet. Just letting your body figure out what the hell you're doing. Things about, oh hey Jules, one of the really cool, oh nice Amber, one of the really cool things about Samurai is just how quickly you can change, you can make it flippy just from the hand, right? Like even if I'm just keeping my arm perfectly still, right? So when I'm doing GUI or anything else, like I can always like twist the hoop back onto me from my hand, like turning my hand, boom, 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 boom. and it can make some of this gooiness a little gooier. Smearing. Okay. All right. 1 second, water break. Welcome, Jules. Jules is a longtime hooper. Okay, I hope that helped Carla on the explanation. And don't worry, like these terms mean nothing. You know what I mean? Like you could call it shoey or slewy or whatever, and it's like the way that I always looked at hoop terms. It's just they're markers in this mental map, so you can go find that place again. But like what you mark that place with doesn't really matter. It could be called anything. But as you get older, you forget these things, so you put a little pin in them, so you can remember, like, oh yeah, there was gooey. I used to love doing that. Okay, so the next thing that I like to do for fun is vertical rolling, and so I feel like doing that right now, and we're going to go over the most basic. Again, I'm not branding it. People have told me that they first learned it in my workshops with me or in my classes, but I have no idea. I don't care. But the move it's a great warm-up move, and what you're doing is you start by rolling the hoop on its natural side here, like I'm rolling the hoop with my right hand on my right side. And then you bring your hand across the body and you switch hands. So now my left hand is the hoop's still on my right side, but it's my left hand now. And I can go back to my right, I can go back to my left, and in my classes I always teach people, we try to do all this stuff from flow, so like, you try to get flowy with it, like automatic even now. But the move is like this, so I'm on the hoop's on my left hand on my right side. It doesn't really matter which side you start with because we're going to switch, and I bring the hoop across my body and then I stick the other hand on the other side, so it looks like this here. I'm being vulnerable with you guys because obviously you're thinking this dude's OCD. But I really do have a lot of fun just doing this move over and over and over again. And so maybe this move isn't for you, maybe you don't dig it, but pick a move, something simple. And, with no risk of boring anybody, just have fun with that move. What I like about this move is there's just so many variations. If you allow yourself to go deep with it, these are kind of like almost like isolations of the same move. Yeah, catch a little air, absolutely. Yeah, this is a great way to toss. That's a great comment, Kimberly. I love this track. I will definitely post the playlist. Oh, so oh, nice. Wow. Oh, so what I was going to say, if you took the last class, the swing, this is a great way to like just have fun breaking this current. So I'm swinging it out. And then this is the falling current. This is what we call falling in HoopPath. This is called rising. And this movement can be done in both falling and rising. This is rising. Right now it's coming up. In theory, the reason it's called rising is like if I were to push it way back here, it would be coming into my day upwards, right? This is rising. This is me doing a swing break, and now I'm falling. I'm kind of just digging, like if this was a live class, I think I would just do this for another song. So we're just going to sort of stay in this and trusting you're having fun, whatever you're doing. But I thought I would just sort of flow and, if you're not taking class or you're just watching or whatever, these are just sort of all the different things that can be done with this move. I mean, this isn't all of them, of course, this is just some of them. This is that sort of isolation-y move. I can go under it, go into a balance walk, and then bring it right back up under it. Oh. Okay, I'm totally gonna lose the room right now, but I've been hooping a lot lately, my inner hoop nerd. This isn't for everybody, but if you do this move where the hoop is mostly on the wrist, like it's in kind of a point position, and this doesn't look cool, it just feels cool, okay? You can hold on a second, I should just chill the music out. You can do what in HoopPath we call tipping, and tipping is where you sort of add a new sort of motion to the hoop by something that would be untraditional. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm here, I'm doing this move, I'm facing you guys, and this doesn't look cool, but it feels cool. But I can start to turn my hands out. When the hoop comes out here, my hand will turn. Where are we? Oh, I'm on the wrong camera. My hand will turn the hoop out, right? And so I'm here, and it turns it out. And do you see how so this is me keeping it nice and flat to you guys, but this is me turning it out. Boom. I know it doesn't look cool, but it's a trip. It's like as it's coming up, you're turning it with your hand, kind of like we've done before on these. Boom. All right, we'll bring the music on. If you're lost, don't worry. We're only going to work on this for like 2 minutes. And I'm just going to demo this move. So this is me keeping it flat. This is me popping it. Boom, boom, boom. It's like as it's swinging out onto my fingers, I'm turning it. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. I can get it right back to vertical and then pop it again. Boom. Boom. There we go. Alright, that's kind of fun. Okay. One second. Okay. This is kind of making me want to move into some 2-point, but we could talk stalls too. Actually, I I think we're just gonna. I think I want to. Yeah, let's play with a little bit of sort of body rolling from this. We haven't done this in a while, but if I'm rolling the hoop, and we're just gonna do any version of this, and we're just trying to have fun. We're just trying to have fun. We're not trying to even build a skill necessarily, but just a nice. Whoa, that was bad. Just a nice body roll. Boom. And we're going to do the super easy kind of. I am a total slacker when it comes to body rolls. For me, they don't have to make contact at every single inch of the roll. If they look like a roll, they feel like a roll, it's a roll for me. So if I'm rolling the hoop on my left hand, I can just push my right arm or anything else under the hoop, and it will roll across. The hoop's rolling towards my offhand. Right now it's rolling towards my right hand. I just stick it up under, boom. And I'm not very good at these, but secrets is to keep the roll going. If you don't want to have to whirl it, just raise your hand. Like as you raise your hand up on the stall, like if I'm holding the hoop in balance, if I raise my hand and create that angle, oops, sorry headphone people. Alright, so I'm going to weave in a little bit of what we were talking about here. That's fun. That is fucking fun. What you're always working with body rolls is that got funky. All you're doing with body rolls is you are creating momentum. The momentum is what makes the body roll look good. And so I can create momentum like this and then whip it across like most people do. If I want to do like a gooier, like this is gooey again, if I want to do like a gooier roll, I would kind of use some balance. Like a gooey. Non-gooey. Gooey. Oops. Nice, I dug that song. If you like the music today. Oh, did I? Maybe I did. Uh-oh. Actually, give me a second, y'all. I want to make sure credit is given. Oh, bummer. It's not going to work. Oh, there we go. Okay. One sec. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. Okay, I want you guys to be able to see what the hell you're listening to. Okay. Cool. I hope people are still with me. I'm actually loving being in this old school hoop. I did think we would talk a little bit about... Sweet, Jules. Are y'all having fun? Oh gosh, this is when I could really use like somebody else in the room. Because once you realize you're a freak, you realize like your kind of fun might be different than other people's fun. It probably is. Although with hooping, I found all my fellow fun freaks. There's actually a whole lot of me. It was, or people like me, so it made me feel good. Okay. Okay, I think. Sweet. All right, I think what we'll do. Let's talk about two different types of stalls. And then if you're not a staller, we're not going to kill the momentum. I like bouncing around, but someone did ask me if I could talk about stalls, and I don't love the body rolls. Cool. Sweet. Okay. So, stalling. This is point stalling, and this is where I'm just like holding the hoop, and then, you know, just physics is holding it to my hand. This is point stalling. And what can make this tough is just your ability to, you know, turn this much and whether you get dizzy. If you're like me, you might get better. I got better at turning. Now, if I'm doing like this and I turn, like I let go of one hand, so now I'm just one. And if I turn the palm to me, boom, right? Now I'm within the hoop, okay? And then this is a moment where I could do like gooey contact, boom, 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 boom. And then when I'm ready to move on, I can just slip into this point type of stall. And then I can come in, gooey, gooey, gooey. And then there's this other way to create this, and then we're going to put the music on, I promise. This is 15 seconds of teaching. But one thing that can sometimes be a fun way to, you know, as you develop a repertoire, you know, you think about transitions and things. And it's something that you might work on a long time, but no one realizes, but it can really smooth out your transitions. And that is being able to catch flight with one hand. Being able to catch flight on the hoop with one hand, you know, beautifully and, well, you know what I mean, gracefully. And that's what I mean. Like I'm going from hanging point here to a nice clean flight. Boom. And what we used to do as kind of a drill in HoopPath when we were doing the live classes was you would bring the hoop around, put it in flight, but then you would switch hands in the middle here, back to back, and then bring it down and put it to sleep. So it would look like this. It'd be up. And I'm trying to, this is a 1-point move. What that means is that I'm not going for any bangs, knocks, gooiness, contact, nothing. And you can't keep it on the same hand. This would be like a sticky. And if you're thinking like this, that's kind of like a swing break. It is basically a swing break. It's a 1-point break. Very rare in the hoop world. So the idea of the break is that this would be the current if I just let it go, but I'm breaking that current. If that made any sense, then God love us. But these type of stalls can be really fun for me. So what I'm getting at is, you know, if it's fun for you, is these are like traditional stalls. You know, if you're trying to learn head hooping, like you can, it's easy with the hat on. But like I can stall, I'm inside, and then just place the... And if I start to get dizzy, right? Isn't this awesome? Of course, there's no rules, right? There's no rules in anything that we're doing here. So if, like I was noticing there was a few times where I was bringing it down and I was knocking it, and it was fun. This is a knock. They're kind of easier to see from the sky here. Well, this is the move. I'll show you the move from the sky cam here. This is deep, deep nerd. This is deep, deep nerd. If you weren't sure, we're there. Today you learned what GUI means and you learned what deep nerd means. But this is a really helpful move. I mean, it really is, because you can really start to like train your hand to really respond and get the hoop whirling like super fast from it. It's a super fun move. This is knocking. This is if I'm knocking here. But you can see it's kind of the same thing, right? I mean, it's the exact same thing. It's just instead of like letting it go to sleep like that, I'm going to bring it intentionally into the core. I'm going to go back to that off. Of course, the challenge would be, there's loads of challenges, but you can't try to like whip it as fast as you can and then put it to sleep before it knocks. GUI deep nerd, sweet. You found us. It's like when you walk up to the campsite at the festival and you're like, my people. Yeah. All right, where are we in time here? All right, 1 second, y'all. Let me... Oh, okay, we're kind of getting late into class here. Oh, wait, that's not what I meant to press. That's what I meant to press. Okay. Wow, I'm getting trapped in my own flow experience right now, but I'm so digging that. Yeah. I think maybe, yeah, I kind of just want to sort of stay with this flow that I'm in, and I'll just do stalls, like body stalls in a second, or like in another class. I'm sure you guys don't care. I'm just talking to myself right now. Okay. I totally understand. Totally understand. Yeah. I have been in this sleeping in groove lately. It's kind of crazy. I've been doing this thing where I go outside. You're like, I think I've told you about it. Where you're supposed to wake up and you go outside and be outside for 10 minutes as the first, like, within the first hour. But it's better if you do it like immediately. I've been doing that, And I have been sleeping better. Like I don't know if it's supposedly like the circadian rhythm thing, but I really have. It's like it's been trippy. Like I've been sleeping like straight through like 7 hours or more sometimes. Okay. Oh yeah, so what I was thinking we would talk about is just kind of like creating what we call drop-ins. You don't really see and hear that term too much anymore because one, people don't core hoop. Two, like they just don't have a name for this, but this is called a drop-in. And this is like where I'm up here. So like if I was doing that move we were just doing, this would be me starting it, but then this would be the drop-in. Boom. And so a drop-in implies core hooping. So I'm gonna come up and then I'm gonna drop in. You're dropping into a current. That's why it implies core hooping, because you're dropping into a current. Yes, let's play the song. Oh, right, this is the song. So these are drop-ins, and to me, lifts and drop-ins can be really fun, and that's why for our fun class, and this will be our last exercise, and then we'll free hoop. But these are drop-ins. I'm picking up the hoop, and I'm pushing it back on, or I'm bringing it back on, and then I'm giving a little push. And it can, if you're learning shoulders, it can give you a real like performance boost. Not to sound geeky, but it can give you a performance boost if you put a little push on it. Nice, drop in enters. You can do the waist. Yeah, the shoulder. Oh man, I love this track. All right, I don't want to ruin this by talking over it, but if you're dropping into the shoulders, give it a little bit of a push here, and this is going to sound really like, this isn't me being weird, but some of it is just teaching your body that everything's okay, that this thing that's moving kind of fast is about to land on the shoulders. And what I mean by that is that sometimes on the drop in, it's the same thing with the lift. People can duck on the, like they duck in and they duck like on the lift and the drop in. So they can do like that when they're doing the lift. And then when they do the drop in, they can, you know, kind of sometimes bring their shoulders tighter in. And that actually makes it harder. And what makes it easier is the more like surface that you can drop into, the better. So the less like constricted you are, the better, in my opinion. So I'm here. And if I want to drop in, I'm going to drop into like a big, wide open back. Let's see. So I'm here. So instead of like this, right, where it, like the hoop's kind of like, it's like just don't let it hit my face kind of posture, versus like boom. These are lifts and drop-ins. If you like this move, this used to, my friends used to call this the Baxter, and we did a class on this if you like it. But these are basically like that is essentially like quick drop-ins. All right, I think they're fun. Let's play some music. I don't want to talk over this great song. Oh, okay, cool, Kimberly. Sweet. Sweet, Amber. All right, I'm catching up on comments, guys. I never want to ignore your comment, please. I know it's a little awkward. If I miss a comment, write it again. Nobody will think it's weird, and sometimes I miss them. Hey, Aries introvert. That's an awesome name. So when I'm making the drop in, if you want to keep them nice and crisp, turning constantly helps, but give it a little push. That's the pro tip, the hack. Is that when you go to drop in, especially if you're new to shoulders, shoulders is like maybe not your go-to yet. It probably will be, but give it a little extra push. Okay, I think we should just. All right, I think we should just free hoop from here. We're kind of already doing that anyway. Thank you guys for joining me. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it's awesome. My brother's about to come over, and I'm going to be chilling. What's so funny is that, like, I know I'm speaking to a lot of you. It's like when you discover that, like, productivity is the only way to keep the demons away, right? Like to scatter that dark energy. It can make you, like, it can put you in this grind where all you want to do is be productive, like, even if it's fun productivity. And today I am deciding that I am going to cool the batteries, and I am going to take today off. I'm not going to build anything. I'm not going to fix my PC. I'm not going to insert my RAM. Just going to chill. I invite you to do it if you can. Thank you guys for joining me. The next class will be on Tuesday, our new schedule, Tuesday. Jackie, get well. We need you. Man down, woman down, woman down. Oh my god, this song is perfect for Gooey. Oh, you're welcome, Jules. This is the perfect GUI track. Hey, Louisa. We missed you. Sweet. Y'all have fun. Thank you guys for joining me tonight. I really appreciate it. Yes, Amber. We always say this: if you have a breakthrough, post. Share. Put a comment. You're in a room full of people that will actually care. You know, they can appreciate your joy. Sweet. Thank you, Farrell. Thank you, Claire. Carla, everyone. Oh, I didn't. I think that. Yeah, I'm stoked about this. There is the link. Again, I don't want to take credit for this playlist. I did not put this together. I got lucky as hell in SoundCloud. Oh no. Well, there you go. Me being a dumbass. All right. Maybe we'll just bounce on that. Thank you guys so much.